Now, traditionally, my number one gaming mobile device I go to is one of these, an iPhone. However, there is the brand new Red Magic 8 Pro that I've been sent here, and this is a dedicated gaming mobile phone or dedicated smart cell phone. And today, I'm going to test it out to see how great it really is for gaming performance and also other tasks too. Well, without further ado, guys, let's get started with the unboxing. So first of all, when I opened up the box, I got this sort of plastic sort of manga character here, and I wondered who she was. And according to Red Magic, her name is called Mora, and she's actually going to be an assistant onside the Red Magic 8 Pro. And they give me this, and they've also given me one of these. It was pretty cute too. So I'm just going to put those to one side for the moment. Keep them visible, they can watch the unboxing with me too. But let's have a look then, let's see what we got here. This is the Red Magic box here, and it's nice and shiny and silver. It's a pretty cool looking box with the specs and everything on the back there. Let's see what is inside, shall we? Oh, lifting up, oh wow, look at that straight away. It's Mora again on a motorbike from the looks of it, or something. Let's just put that to one side. Nice and shiny and silver on the inside of that. But here we go, some sort of manga, sort of comic sort of appeal on this. It's pretty cool, to be fair, and everything like this. And I think this top bit here comes undone, if I'm right. Is it another box inside the box? I don't want to break it. And, oh, there we go. That's some sort of instructions and bits and pieces inside there. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, sort of guides and bits and pieces like that. And also we do have a case, what I'll look at in just a moment, because most importantly, you guys want to see the phone. So I'm just going to grab the phone out here, and this looks absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Nice sort of plastic, traditional sort of peel. I don't know which way to open it, the bottom or the top here. So let's just pull here. Oh, I love that feeling when you open it up. And wow, look at that, guys. There is the phone. It's a very square, rectangular sort of shape. And we'll put that down to just one side for now. Let's see what else we have inside the box here. We do have a charger on this one. It's an American charger. I've got a British thing, so this might not work for me, but don't worry, I've got my own USB charger as well. And what else we got in here? We also do have a cable as well, USB-C to USB-C. Nice sort of red and black ends just there. Let's have a look at what's just inside the box. I think that is it with everything there. So I'm just going to put those to one side. There's also something here as well. I'm just peeling this off. Some QR codes just to read some bits and pieces on that. Let's have a look again at this then, the case that we have right here. So I'm just going to pull that out. And yeah, it's nice and flimsy, to be honest. It's a nice case. It will protect a good majority of the phone, but it doesn't fully protect all of it, as you can see here on the sides. It's just mainly just the tops and the bottom, and then mainly just the rear and everything on that. So I'll see if I can just connect it in there. Oh, it's nice and easy to get on though, guys, that was. But yeah, it kind of does protect the corners, I suppose, and everything like that, to give you access to the buttons and everything like that. But there we go, guys, that is the unboxing. So with that unboxing out of the way, let's see how impressive this new design of this Red Magic 8 Pro really is. And let's take a closer look. So first of all, let's talk about then the actual design of this Red Magic 8 Pro. So this here is the void version. And this basically means it's transparent at the back, but there is also a matte version, what's basically a matte black version on the display on the back here. So this is kind of sort of grayed out completely, so you can't see all the guts inside. But I personally like this void option because you can see everything inside. It's very unique, this is. It's something very, very different. You don't normally see phones like this. It's very, very different. You can actually see the chipset over here where my thumb is right here, and this is the Snapdragon 8, and this is the Gen 2 version. And then also on top here, this sort of hole here, this is sort of like the main sort of air sort of chamber here. You've got a little mini fan here, this white little blob here, and that can goes up to 20,000 RPM, just that little fan there, and it keeps the chipset nice and cool. It's really, really cool. You can actually see there's a grill here by my thumb, and if I turn it back over as well, there's another grill there to let the air go through, and I really, really like that. It's really, really cool. It is quite a rectangular phone, as you can see here. It's very, very different because normally we have really smooth round edges, but you do have some great buttons on here. You do have like your volume rocker on one side, and you've also got your power button as well. We've also got a little red button here, what I'll talk about a little bit later on. And then also you've got these things up here, and these are actually shoulder sort of triggers on here, these sort of little pads here. So they're like sort of shoulder pads where you can touch them when you're playing your games, and they can actually respond up to 520 hertz. So basically you touch them, that's how fast the sampling rate is on them. So that is really, really cool. We've also got some speakers up here as well and down there. And in fact, actually, look at that. There's a 3.5 headphone jack there too, which is really, really amazing. You don't normally see them. We've also got 3 camera lenses on the rear, what I'll talk about a little bit later on, and a flash at the top there. But overall, the actual design looks really, really cool. I'll just turn on my screen there. You can actually see everything. I'm doing my sort of fingerprint scanner. Wow, that was really, really responsive to get into the phone. And this screen here isn't actually an AMOLED display. And funny enough, the responsiveness with your finger, it's 960 Hz for that multi-finger touch to responsiveness, which is really, really high. Most phones only have something like around about, say, 200 to say 400 or 500, so have 960 Hz. It's pretty impressive. Also with this AMOLED display, as you haven't told already, it's buttery smooth. That is 120 Hz. Obviously, there are some phones out there a bit more higher, but to be genuinely honest, with the chipset inside this and the way how things are going, most games can't really get beyond sort of over even 100 Hz generally. So in this day and age, those type of games that you're going to be playing, like the ones I'm going to demo to you in a bit, you don't really need anything more than 120 Hz right now at this stage. But overall, I do absolutely love this screen. It's actually got 400 pixels per inch, what is really, really cool. There's over 16 million colors, and also the brightness is really bright. This is on maximum brightness right now, and I can just dim it down there, but the brightness goes up to 1300 nits. So yeah, it's a pretty incredible display. Really thin borders around the side. In fact, actually, this Red Magic has actually got a 93.7 screen to body ratio, what is really, really impressive. But turning over the phone here, you can actually see the fan is on at the moment. Remember, this is spinning at 20,000 RPM, keeping everything cool here, down to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 sort of chipset what's inside here. And this Gen 2 chipset is really, really a powerhouse. I'll bring you a bit more closer to it on this one. And then basically the speed of this is 3.2 gigahertz. And also it has a brand new Qualcomm Adreno GPU, and it has a 42% improvement performance and also 50% more power efficiency over the sort of last generation. And also it's actually equipped with Wi-Fi 7. So you know we've got Wi-Fi 6E right now. This chip can actually do Wi-Fi 7, and also the storage inside this is UFS 4.0, what is like the fastest you can get out there, and you can get up to 16 gigabytes of RAM in this, and that's running on LPDDR5X RAM, what is really, really impressive indeed. There is also no extra sort of SD card slots or anything like that, but you can get up to 512 gigabytes of storage on this phone for all your big games out there. The Red Magic 8 Pro also allows you to charge with a 65 watt charger, what is really, really cool. And also the fan on the back also kicks it in to cool down the battery, what I think is really, really impressive indeed. And you wouldn't believe the capacity of the battery inside this. It actually is a 6,000 milliamp battery. You heard me right there, 6,000 milliamp. And best of all, you can charge the phone from basically a dead battery up to 100% in less than 43 minutes with a 65 watt charger, what is also included inside the box. So I'm just on the about this phone at the moment, and as you can see here, we're on Red Magic operating system 6.0, what is the latest version, was based on Android version 13. And you're getting all the latest security updates and things like that, so that's really, really cool. Like I said, this is the Red Magic OS 6.0, so it's a kind of a custom sort of skin on top, but it's not like all bloatware and things like this. The only extra sort of features and bits and pieces are actually to personalize the actual phone and also keep everything cool and also make it a proper sort of gaming phone. So for example, there's some personalized settings in here, and I've never seen so many personalized settings what you can do. Beyond the sort of traditional sort of wallpaper, you've got your themes and everything like that. So I can do my shadow warship here. I'm going to put that on right now actually. It's changed things. Oh, look at that. Massive big change there, I do like that. But what I can also do is I can actually change even my fingerprint scanner, what's really, really awesome. I can have so you can do different sort of fingerprint scanners. I actually like that one, I like that effect there. So I'm going to have him switched on. And then also at the same time, we can change my always on display. I'll talk about this girl in a second, who she is, because she's someone interesting I want you to meet. But we can have all the sort of different backgrounds. I'm going to have this one on, I'm going to apply that. I do like that one. In fact, I'll show you again, didn't show there. Look at that, that's pretty cool for your always on display. So yeah, I'm gonna have that one on my phone there. But not only this, the light strip, this is the lights that are on the back of the phone. You can actually change this as well. So if I'm gonna show you here, if I put it onto this setting here, if I turn the phone over, you can actually see it lighting up there. Can you see the red magic and these things here? Obviously the light for the actual fan is on still, but everything else is lighting up, and we can actually sort of change the colours. So say if I wanted to have it on yellow, there we go. And they're yellow now. It's a bit hard to see actually in this light, but there we go, you get the idea on that. I'm going to put it back on that pink there. And then we can also change how we want those lights to light up on the back for all sorts of different things, for when we're actually playing a game, or if we're watching something, or notification or incoming calls. It's really, really cool. You can do all those sort of things. And then there's battery saving options and all of that good fun stuff too. So yeah, there's lots and lots of abilities and lots of things to change. And like I said, there's really no bloatware whatsoever on this phone. So if I go to all my apps here that I've got, I can't see anything that kind of sort of extra. There's the odd little bit like your notepad and whatnot, things like that, but there's nothing sort of extra sort of bloatware on top of this phone. What is really, really cool to see. Very simple, very easy to use. So flicking this red button here, what looks like a standby button on an iPhone, but if you flick it there, what this launches is Game Space. This is like a dedicated gaming area for your phone where you've got all your games and everything here. As you can see, I've got a few games listed. I've got Call of Duty, Genshin, I've also got Assault 9 there. But I also want to introduce you to Mora. Like I said, Mora is these girls here that I have on my desk right now, but Mora is also your assistant on your phone. So what you can do is you can actually do Mora K. You can set up your birthday, set your identity, private, company, employee, student. I don't know, that's a bit unusual, isn't it? Private then. So I can set up my year. I could say I was born in the year 2000. Well, I was born before that. I could say, let's say I was born on the 5th. So let's say I was born in May 15th. Let's do that. And we're going to confirm that as my age and everything. So yeah, we can also connect. We can have it on my home screen if I want to. I'm not sure if I actually want that. Let's have her in a life scenario, whatever that means there. But what we can also do with her is we can have more of a live as well. We can actually stream her to sort of other devices as well. It's pretty cool. Also a little bit strange in my opinion, but she's okay. If I just show you here, going back, I've come out of Mora there, we want to get Mora back, we can actually get her to talk to us and things like this. So we can say, I don't know, this. She's ticklish. There we go. And we can also get set an alarm. Oh, I'm a commander. So you can get the idea, you can do sort of things like that and do whatever you want, but you can also get pictures with her too if you really, really love her that much. So she's standing up here, I could get her to stand with the other girls, but I think I'm actually going to change her. Let's have a look, let's get her to sit down. Let's get her sitting like that. In fact, let's get her to sit on my plant right there. Let's go stick her on the plant. There we go, just to show you she's sitting on the plant. I'm going to save that to the album because I like that picture with her sitting on the plant because I'm a strange person like that. So going back out there, that is Mora. But what you guys want to see is you want to actually see some games in action. Well, what you can do, guys, you can actually sort of change things. You can turn on the fan here, turn off the fan. You can enhance the audio or turn it off. You can also see all your different sort of apps and pieces. You also can do other bits and pieces like put on some external sort of fans if you really want to, if you're going to go that hardcore. What is really, really cool. But what I'm going to actually do, guys, I'm going to launch Call of Duty. So this is what the game is all about. As you can see here, I'm playing Modern Warfare and it looks absolutely spectacular on here. Look at the graphics, really, really smooth, buttery smooth performance on here. Let's see if I can find somebody so we can actually shoot them. Oh, there we go. A bit too quick there, a bit too soon, and ran straight into the battle there. So here I'm playing a bit of Assault Legends 9, which is a really, really cool game, and everything looks beautiful on here. But one thing I want to quickly show you is the little party trick, what is on this, and that is that we can actually swipe here to the side, and we can actually add things like the triggers here, with the shoulder triggers. As you can see here, they light up when you do press them, and everything like that was really, really cool. But what you can actually do is that you can actually assign things to them. You can actually assign shortcuts and things to each of the trigger on top here, what is really, really cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come out of this. I'm going to leave it on the single tap for now and come out here, and then I'm going to resume the game. And then as you can see I can use either of these sort of features here. I can do the double spin if I wanted to on the shoulder. What is really, really cool. I absolutely love that as well. So yeah, it's really cool that you've actually got this. In fact, I'll show you it on another game. So what you can actually do with these triggers is that you can assign them onto buttons on the screen if you want to, instead of you pressing them all the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move my left trigger here to my normal sort of weapon one here, and then also I'm going to move my right one to my sort of special ability there. So I'm going to have that all set up. And if you watch here now, I press it, there we go, my special ability just worked. And if I press the other trigger, you can see it's pressing the button right there, what is really, really cool. But talk about this game, as you can see, everything is working really, really, really well. Nice and smooth, buttery smooth, definitely in this game. I absolutely love it. It's really, really cool. But yeah, definitely, if you want to play games like this and use these triggers, it is definitely worth it because it is so good to assign these triggers and definitely not have your fingers all over the screen all the time. So yeah. For the front-facing camera, this is also super impressive. Can you see the front-facing camera? Nope. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, the front-facing camera is up here in the top corner. Something like we've seen like with Samsung and a few other manufacturers. Except for on this phone, it is really, really hidden well. The pixel sort of hiding the camera has been done super well, and it's really, really hard to actually see. If I actually bring the camera a little bit forwards, you might be able to, if I can just about focus on it, you might be able to just see a slight sort of faint line there. But it's really, really impressive what Red Magic have done there to hide it away. But with that, you probably actually want to know how good is the actual selfie camera on this. Well, I've taken a selfie snap, as you can see here, in my jolly sort of way, and it's okay sort of quality. And also, video recording is like this on the front camera. So the front camera is okay, it's okay quality, you'd be able to definitely do some video calls on this, but personally I wouldn't be doing say sort of like vlogs on this or anything like that, unless you got like a picture in picture, and this is a small little picture in the corner of the screen, but I wouldn't be doing sort of full pelt sort of selfie mode sort of camera recording on the front camera here. So the front-facing camera will definitely do the job for you. But let's check out now what the rear cameras are like. And I actually took my phone outside to take some snaps. Okay, they're probably not the best quality photos in the world, but do remember this is a gaming phone. It's not primarily designed for the cameras, but yeah, the cameras are still quite impressive and you'll definitely get some good shots with it. Video recording is also the same deal. Have a listen here. So this is the camera. It's quite stable, it's quite good, and the sound recording's okay. I think it's okay for a camera, just to be used. It's probably not the best one in the world, but the quality definitely does seem okay, and everything does seem quite stable too. It's picking up all the sounds really, really well. So then guys, with taking pictures, this phone does quite a good job of it, and also recording videos as you've just seen. However, I probably will still be using this as my main sort of photos and video sort of snapper out there on a smartphone. However, going over to gaming, on the other hand, I'm actually quite swayed by this, as to actually have this as my main sort of mobile gaming sort of phone out there over an actual iPhone. All these extra bits and pieces that are actually inside the Red Magic to make it a little bit more special are really, really amazing. Like the fan, for example. Also the chipset, also the ability to use those sort of plugins, and also the shoulder pads too. Also, I love the idea that the camera is also hidden when I'm playing a game or if I'm watching media on this phone, for example, and that's really, really useful. Don't get me wrong, I do love the dynamic island on the iPhone, but it does get a bit in the way of my gaming sort of experience, and I do absolutely love that it's hidden away on this phone here. But there we go guys, that is the Red Magic 8 Pro. What do you think of it? I would love to know in the comments below. And also guys, on that note, it's time to wrap up this video. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button, and also at the same time as well, if you want to hear the latest reviews and comparisons just like this one here, then please make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell. Until next time guys, I will see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.